Hi, everybody. So today, your assignment is treble clef, spell the word, part 2. The reason we're doing this is because a lot of us seem to have a little trouble figuring out how to read the note names when there's more than one note. So we're going to walk through this together. As a reminder, when you have line notes, you want to use the sentence from the bottom to the top. And once that shows, you want to use the sentence from the bottom to the top. Every good boy does fine. If it's a space note, we use the word face, or F-A-C-E. If I look at all the notes from line through spaces, well, there's our line note. E for every, F because it's a space note, G for good, A because it's a space note, B for boy, C because it's a space note, D for does, E because it's a space note, and F for fine. And if you notice, going from the bottom to the top, it goes E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Well, this top note would be what letter? If you said G, you are correct. If I went backwards, if you notice, it goes G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E. What would this note be? If you said D, you are correct. And if you notice, it dips right underneath the staff. I call that dippin' D. And if I kept going back even further, this crazy note with the line through it, we call crazy what? C is correct. So those are your notes that you're going to need to know to complete this assignment. Let's take a look at the assignment together. The first question says, what word does all the notes spell in order? Well, since I have more than one note, I'm going to read it from left to right, and I start close. The note closest to the treble clef is this space note right here. Well, since it's a space note, I'm going to use face. So you count from the bottom to the top, F-A-C-E. Well, that is A. Our next note, if I keep going from left to right, is this line note. Now you got to think, every good boy does fine. Well, that was G for good. So I have A, G, and since this note is all the way to the right and it's on the bottom line, I know the bottom line is E for every. So I have A, G, E. So I would click on this answer, age. Let's take a look at the next question. Now, even though these notes are all going up, it doesn't matter which one is the highest or the lowest. You want to read it from left to right. So, going from left to right, here is our first note. Here is the second note. Here is the third note. They are all space notes. So if I go in order, F-A, well, there's A. F-A-C, well, there's C. F-A-C-E, there's E. So I have A-C-E, which spells ace. Let's jump down a little bit. We have some notes that go below the staff. Well, we have this note with that line through it. Do you remember what we called the note with the line through it? I'll give you a hint, crazy something. It is crazy C. And since we're reading from left to right, crazy C is first. So we have C, and then you need to figure out the rest. Let's keep going. This next question, doesn't matter which note is the highest or the lowest, you are reading from left to right, just like a book. So our order would be this note, and then this note that dips underneath. What was that note that we called that dips right underneath the staff? If you said dip in D, you are correct. So I would have to figure out these notes, something, something, D. Well, see if you can figure it out. You have 10 questions to figure out. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. Good luck.